If you're wondering what this is, and or why am I playing it? This is a game that I played way back when on Wii U. They just released the definitive edition on Switch. So here it is. X. You haven't really missed
Looks
much.
a lot bigger up close, doesn't it?
We crash landed on this planet.
And this was just the habitat unit.
Alma here.
The White Whale was one hell of a ship.
Found
Until it all
us,
came crashing down, at
and
least.
we
That's
had
the
a little
west
bit of
gate.
some battles, and
It's closed off now for security reasons.
Now we're here.
But we've repurposed a freight elevator that will get us
Colony.
inside. Grex's.
Time to see
Riled.
how
We can't leave them roaming here. Not this close to the gate. We're gonna have to take them down. You ready?
Attack from range.
Target in sight! Shadow strike! Pendant destroyed. Move in and strike!
All or nothing.
Nice! Move in and do some damage!
Flame grenade.
Stream edge!
Rising blade.
Sliding splinter!
Infuriate.
Stop pendant destroyed! Move in and strike! Upper hand! Shadow
Rising
strike!
blade. Yes. Now tackle it up close.
Slide nice! Move in and do some damage!
Alright. Well, how was that?
It's a shame we had to settle near so much wildlife.
Hello and welcome.
Luckily, some species aren't so hostile, but they aren't necessarily friendly either. I've come to learn that there's a fine line between self-defense and provoking a fight. We need to walk that line.
Okay.
All right, let's head in. Who knows?
Oh,
Maybe seeing
all right.
the inside will jog your memory.
Good to see you. What about this? Ah, I see. So probably there. All right. I guess I could probably load it up a little more. There we go. All right. Take. I guess I could do a little bit of leveling.
You will remember the day you fought me.
Let's see what you've
The
got.
hell?
Shadow strike!
Rising blade. Assault hand. Opportunity
Shadow.
knocks. Topple. Gunfire.
I'll topple!
Flame grenade.
Side slash! That moved into them.
Infuriate.
Move in and keep the rhythm going.
Rising blade. Yes. Now tackle it up close.
Sliding! Destroyed. Move in and strike.
Good. Level up. collectible here.
Didn't have to be like this.
Rising blade, it's on now. Close the
my
distance. Assault hammer. Done. Now blast
Side
it.
flash. Target in sight.
Infuriate.
That could have done it.
Got it.
Move in and
Let's
keep the
pack
rhythm
some more
going.
punch. Yes. Now tackle it up close.
Side flash. Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike. Scream edge.
There's no substitute for real combat.
Nice work.
Go.
Strike first. Strike hard.
Now it's my turn. Side flash. That put a dent in him. Move in and keep the rhythm going.
Got it. Let's pack some more punch. Flame grenade.
That could have
Rising blade.
Move in and keep the rhythm going. Side flash. Slide. Flicker.
Just me? They
One more
picked the
hit.
wrong guy to kill last. You can
Thanks.
die another time.
They're off guard. Stagger them with a melee attack.
This will knock them off balance. Assault hammer.
Slide. Flicker.
Flame grenade.
Side flash.
Yes. Now tackle it up close.
Now it's my turn. Suck nice. Move in and do some damage. Upper hand.
All or nothing.
Strength comes from experience. It's true on anything.
Yep.
Strike.
My adrenaline's rising.
Time to go back. Alright.
Thanks.
I guess since you missed it a little, this is a new during let's see, the planet Earth essentially was destroyed. This is a new planet that we ended up going to after being in a ship for quite a while. Our character, which we get to create, crash lands here due to not really having any ports yet, or big enough port to dock the pods. So this is essentially a new Earth. There's a Because they're in a intergalactic battle, two factions, which we will see. Pretty sure one of them at least. Using beam cannons from their spaceships, destroyed Earth. So, it's essentially
Well,
gonna become
here we are.
our
Not too shabby, huh?
Earth.
For a giant beached spaceship, anyway.
Wow.
But, like it or not, this place is our home now.
There we go.
We took the name from the city it was modeled after back on Earth. We call it New Los Angeles. Welcome
Okay,
to NLA.
this works.
And so it was that another survivor came to join our band of refugees. Together, we resolved to forge a new way of life here on Mira. Come what may.
Yes, you're
New
seeing that
LA
right.
is our
There are
beautiful lie
mechs.
to ourselves.
Yes, we will get
Truth
to
is,
use them.
We were adrift, heading into the unknown. Our native home was gone, swallowed in a shroud of light. And our future was uncertain. We had no idea what fate lay in store for us. Only that
We just
we
have
had
to
keep
take
living
a
in order to see it.
an exam for being able to use them out on the field. Unless they change that, which I don't know. I mean, it is a new version of the game, so good. We got through the prologue. Yay. And more than likely, I'll probably be using Elma. She's actually pretty good.
How about a quick tour of the facilities to refresh your memory? Let's start with your living quarters. Follow me.
Right.
Brave citizens of New Los Angeles, good day. This is your Director General, Maurice Joseph. Today, I once again come to you with news I am truly delighted to share. Yesterday, we repatriated 10 more White Whale crew members. These fellow pioneers will rejoin our ranks as citizens of NLA, bringing with them skills and know-how that will bolster our ability to survive and indeed flourish here in our new home. This, of course, is only the latest success in our continuing efforts.
Director General? Since when?
For the rescue and recovery of
2 days ago,
all our
ma'am.
brothers and sisters, I stand here truly humbled and
From political aid to director general in just a few weeks. At this rate, he'll be emperor by next month.
NLA and a better tomorrow.
Irina?
Good.
Gwyn?
Some
Nice work
more
out there, ma'am.
party members.
Right. Introductions. Irina Akulov, Gwyn Evans.
This one of the survivors, Colonel?
The survivor. I only found a single pod intact at Starfall Basin.
Wait, what? What happened to 10 more crew members?
Come on, seriously? Chosan was never one to let the truth get in the way of a good speech. Still, every last survivor counts.
Right.
You can call me Irina. I'm with the Interceptors.
Me too. Same division. You can call me Mr. Evans. Or just Gwyn.
The three of us were in the Coalition forces together. Specifically, the Special Operations Heavy Armor Training Unit, aka the Skeleton Crew. I was a colonel and Irina a lieutenant. Gwyn was a more recent recruit.
You gotta love some of the puns.
Of course, I
that
keep
the-
telling them
this
we don't
game's gonna
need those
make.
old ranks anymore now that we're here.
You're still Colonel to me, ma'am. No reorg will ever change that. And that's not about chain of command either. It's about respect. You've earned it.
And the award for best ass kiss goes to...
Well, I'd remind you both the ma'ams aren't necessary if I thought you'd listen.
All right, ma'am. We should be getting back to work. Until next time, Colonel.
Right.
Right. We should be going too. The administrative district isn't far. That's where you'll be calling home. For now, anyway.
Yep.
Hey!
Yep. You know what? Let's do this. That works better.
Let's see.
Sir,
Hey,
All right. And uh yeah.
damn it!
Well, eventually 2 more party members.
Look, I know what exhaust smells like, and it was exhaust in the cockpit. Just check the ductwork, would ya?
oh, I'm checking. I just seriously doubt. Hey, look at that. The intake exhaust bypass is reversed. Oh man, it's a good thing I caught that.
You caught that? You're the one who cleared me to fly.
Everything okay? It's not like you to flub a flight check, Lynn. Good thing you had a rugged pilot like Doug at the controls.
Probably does need to be over
Oh,
this.
hey Elma. How'd it go out
here.
there? And would this be one of the you-know-who's? Cool. I'm Lynn Lee Koo, mechanic and top all-around
I guess
fix-a-gal
it
for
could be
Blade.
down here. Alright. Skeptical or worried? Worried.
Yeah. Well, that, doesn't usually happen.
We know it doesn't, Lynn. Look, I know what you're thinking. But believe me, young as she may look, and yes, she is young, she's actually one of our top talents.
Most of the time, that is. Most of the time.
Anyway, you guys heading back to the barracks?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
As long as you're here, why don't I take you on the transport? It's a great way to see the city. I'll give you the grand tour.
That sounds like a great idea.
All right, Doug, I think that'll be all for today. You can clean up here and dock the Skell.
What?
Don't mind the exhaust. I'll take care of it tomorrow.
Don't mind it? Wait, why am I cleaning up your mess in the first place? Lynn! Lynn!
Yep. And here's our team of 3 right now. I guess I can check the affinity chart. This. Without this, without this feature, walking around this entire base would take forever.
Not bad, huh? You can see everything from up here.
It beats walking, that's for sure.
The best way to see NLA. I never get tired of this view. It's like a different city every time.
It's certainly come a long way in the last few weeks. there's still so much to be done.
One day at a time.
Speaking of which, we don't really have time for a full pleasure cruise here. Why don't you give us the express tour, Lynn? Just the highlights.
Okay, you got it. New LA is divided into 4 districts. We departed from the industrial district, where Doug and I were conducting the flight test. It has food production, skill development, you know, industries and stuff.
It's also where the West Gate is located, remember? Expect to pass through there fairly often. The only other gate out of the city is in the administrative district, but I'm skipping ahead.
Next is the commercial district. Restaurants, galleries, cafes, clothing, groceries, you name it. It's a veritable shopping paradise.
The CD is the closest thing to a downtown we've got. It can actually get pretty crowded sometimes.
Here.
Well, by NLA standards anyway. Day or night, the best and only
This might work.
bargains on the planet. To your right, the residential district. Housing, housing, and more housing.
Huh.
Well, plus a nice park and the cathedral.
If you're ever looking for quiet time alone, or want to relax and unwind with a good book, that's the spot.
Right? The park is my favorite place to just zone out and chill. And last but not least, our destination, the administrative district, the nerve center at the heart of NLA. Note the distinct dual-level structure here. The upper level holds our administrative tower, home to Blade HQ and the government. Not to mention Armory Alley, as well as the barracks where we live. The lower level there is a hangar complex for scale maintenance and repairs.
Quite a bit.
And this concludes our tour. We will be landing shortly.
Thanks, Lynn. We'll save the rest of orientation for once we're back at the barracks.
Enjoy your stay in the administrative district, and thank you for flying Lin-Lee Airlines.
Right. Let's get you over to the barracks. Then I should file my report. They'll be eager to hear the details on how I found you, I'm sure.
Well then, we better not keep them waiting. The barracks are pretty close, actually. They're set up just behind the giant blade tower here. That road there wraps around the left side and leads right to it.
We'll pass through Armory Alley, but let's not get sidetracked, okay? We can check it out later.
Look at that. Yeah, I think it's too late for the... I don't think I can do anything with this. Yep.
Hey.
That's crazy!
Yeah?
Sir!
Hey.
Control, nothing here yet.
Yes?
Talking with her. Alright, come back.
And here we are, the Blade Barracks. Consider yourself our guest until we finish getting you registered. Feel free to come and go as you please.
You know what? Sure.
I think I can answer that one. So, you must
are?
be the latest rescue.
No, I know, but
Secretary Nagi.
Miss Ku. Chipper as always, I see.
What can I say? Pep is my middle name.
I ran into Doug Barrett on the way here, and he didn't seem quite so upbeat. Anything about today's flight I should know?
No. Nothing to worry about.
Good. Be sure it stays that way. More importantly, Elma, you found another one. Excellent work out there.
Just doing my job, Mr. Secretary.
Now, as for officially registering our new citizen here...
Why don't we talk inside? There's a lot of ground to cover. It could take some time.
Ah yes, of course. Forgive me. You must be weary from the stasis and your journey back to us. Please, after you.
I'll put
maybe a
on some
little.
Allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Kentaro Nagi. You may remember me as Captain of the White Whale, but now I serve as Secretary of Defense here for New LA. The provisional government has charged me with keeping the peace, so all military and police matters fall under my jurisdiction.
He's also my superior officer. And he'd be an excellent person to talk to when you're ready to start looking for work.
What about a job right here with Blade? He seems capable.
Let's give it a little more time. At least until he knows enough to be able to make an informed decision. He seems to be suffering from some form of memory loss.
Memory loss? From the stasis?
He could barely remember his name, and nothing at all about what happened to Earth or the White Whale.
I see. Though, come to think of it, the entire lot of us have only been on this planet for what, 2 months? It shouldn't take very long to get caught up.
My thoughts exactly.
Well then, where should we begin? It started at the end, 2 years ago. The end of Earth. The casualty of a battle between two hyper-advanced alien civilizations. Their technology and weapons were beyond our comprehension. We were like infants, naked, powerless. The Earth was reduced to ash and blown away.
Yeah, here you go. You can now get to see what happened.
I still wonder if I hadn't been there. If maybe all of this could have somehow been avoided.
No one can know that, Elma. What we do know is without you, there'd have been no Project Exodus, and no escape for any of us. Did it go perfectly? No. But we are here, and we are alive. We survived. So yes, Project Exodus.
Debatable.
Once we learned the Earth might be threatened, we needed a plan to preserve all her various life forms. That plan was the Earth Life Colonization Project, otherwise known as Project Exodus.
Those of us who escaped on the White Whale spent over 2 years wandering in space. 2 hard years. But we clung to our mission. Find a habitable planet and settle there. We had no idea how long it would take. Or that the decision would eventually be made for us.
The Xenoforms found us again, and, well, it wasn't a happy reunion. Earth wasn't enough. They wanted humanity destroyed. For better and for worse, we were close to planet Mira when we lost control of the White Whale. Inertia and gravity took it from there.
The ship had taken way too much damage to survive entering the atmosphere intact. We had no choice. We channeled all the power we had left to soft land the habitat. Once the dust cleared, we set to work transforming it into its current state. Searching for survivors, establishing Blade, installing the provisional government. Basically, making it a sustainable city.
Blade is an acronym. Builders of a legacy after the destruction of Earth. Quite fitting, I think. It's a relatively new organization. Up there in space, we had plenty of provisions, and a crew trained to handle the limited amount of situations we might encounter in our travels. But of course, all that changed after we lost most of our ship and came crashing down here on Mira. We needed food, water, search and rescue teams, surveyors, police. The list goes on and on. It was too much for the provisional government to manage on its own, so Blade was born. The idea was to have one central organization with different disciplines to fill these various roles. Its core was pulled from the Coalition military, so it's mostly former soldiers. But fighting isn't our most important duty. Right now, we have a single top priority that supersedes all others. The search for and recovery of the Lifehold.
Take a look at this. The White Whale was designed to carry an exceedingly large number of passengers, all of them held in stasis. All housed in a structure called the Lifehold. This is a complete schematic of that facility. Only essential personnel were conscious and active for the journey from Earth. The flight crew, maintenance engineers. And of course, some military so we could defend ourselves if necessary. But the vast majority were in the Lifehold. Are in the Lifehold. With any luck, they're all still there, in stasis, waiting to be rescued. But there's a problem. We now know the Lifehold broke apart along with the rest of the ship when we came down on Mira. What we don't know is exactly where all the pieces landed. Not very comforting, I know. Blade's top priority now is locating the missing units.
Ah, yes. All citizens of NLA are required to register their name, age, and occupation. We also ask you report any personal assets and take a short survey regarding your current state of health. All purely as a precaution. I'm sure you understand. As the caretakers of humanity's survival, we all have certain responsibilities.
And hey, it's not all bad. Registering gets you access to all kinds of public services.
In any case, I'm sure this is all a lot to digest. You'll be wanting some time. Ms. Koo, even I'm tired of hearing myself speak. Why don't you take our guest out for some air? Perhaps a tour of the administrative district.
Yes, sir. Come on, we'll keep this briefing brief.
This game is online, so you can play with other. It's just right now, due to the tutorial stuff, not much is going on.
You know, it's not every day we're authorized to let a civilian tour the administrative district.
Yeah. Nagi must really, really want him to join Blade.
The AD is a bit different from the other districts. It's got everything a Blade would need, all in one place, without any extra fluff.
Get a load of that skill. Even the way that they walk is so cool. Oh yeah, work it, baby. What? You don't remember what a skell is? That gorgeous exoskeleton that just went by? Basically like the most incredible, awesomest super weapons ever? Lasers, force fields, bipedal and vehicular transformations. Sorry, I get so excited whenever I think about it.
Originally, skells were developed as a defensive measure to counter potential alien threats. It wasn't enough to save Earth, though. We were outnumbered and outgunned. Still, just look around you. New LA has gone from basically nothing to this in just 2 short months. We could never have come so far, so fast, without Skell technology. I'd love to get you into one to see for yourself, but it's not that simple.
Well, yeah, duh. For one thing, only Blades are allowed to pilot Skells. And even then, you need a license.
These aren't toys we're talking about. They're complex machines with powerful weapons. And they're a precious resource. We only have so many of them to go around. So yes, as you might imagine, the certification process is a fairly rigorous one.
I'm sure you're thinking, where do I sign up for the test? But it's not that simple. They choose you, not the other way around. You can't just walk in the front door and volunteer.
There is some criteria. The details are largely hidden, but basically, HQ only allows the cream of the crop to take the test. Blades who go above and beyond in their duties, and for the people of New LA in general.
So what do you say? If you become a Blade and work hard, I'm sure it'll only be a matter of time before they tap you on the shoulder.
Maybe.
Speaking of work, that reminds me. Why don't we check out the mission control board first? That's where we take on our assignments.
Good call. Let's head on over.
Am I finally able to actually go over here and gather my... get some nice little stuff. Nope. Okay.
So this is mission control. We don't have a dispatch system yet, so Blades usually choose their own assignments. Everyone comes here and selects from the missions available on the board.
And it's not just official Blade tasks. Anyone with a request is free to post here. Businesses, citizens, whoever.
Yeah, it's basically how anything gets done in New LA, so the board is constantly updating. Just about every Blade will stop by here at some point in their shift.
It's like our second home. You'll always find a number of Blades around here, blowing off steam or browsing mission control for their next assignment.
Whenever I get freed up, I'll stop here first thing to check for any missions I might be suited for.
Likewise. And if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo, that's what the Scout console is for. We should show you that next.
Hey, who's giving this tour anyway?
All right.
We also have the Scout console, if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo. And Elma just said that, didn't she?
Hey.
All right. Get. And then over
Ta-da!
here.
The Blade Scout console. When the going gets tough, the tough go to the Scout console. You know, to get tougher.
If you do end up joining us, you'll quickly realize just how important this little kiosk is. A lot of the mission control assignments are too much for any one Blade to handle. They tend to call for multiple members with specialized knowledge or unique skills. This console lets you search for and recruit other Blades to fill those roles for just such an occasion.
You can't spell Blade without team. Sort of. Anyway, awesome, right? So, you're ready to join up?
Hang on, Lynn. Take it easy, would you?
What? I'm just saying you'd have to be some kind of an idiot not to want to join Blade. Or maybe a crazy person.
Oh, and here I thought you might be pressuring our guest.
Apology accepted. Now, how about a little shopping? And I'm not
What
talking
about
about
me?
the stuff over in the commercial district. I'm talking about Armory Alley.
Better. There.
Hey. So this street's what we call Armory Alley.
Blades
Oh,
can requisition
yes.
equipment from any of the vendors here.
I won't lie, most Blade members face danger on a daily basis. Having the latest gear isn't about impressing your friends. It's a matter of survival.
True enough. And that goes not only for your personal armor and weapons, what we call ground gear, but for Skell equipment as well.
You can even buy whole skells. Can you imagine owning your own skell? Huh? Oh,
And
right,
yes,
the tour.
they are
I think all that's
expensive
left
to
is the
buy.
heart of
And
Blade
yes, you
itself.
can buy
Blade
your
Tower.
mobile suit, essentially.
Hey,
Am I right?
yes.
Take that.
Really?
Listen,
So yeah, Blade Tower. When we come here, it's usually to stop by Blade HQ.
Blade Tower.
The higher-ups, like Secretary Nagi and Commander Vandam, will spend most of their day here. The government leaders, too. They're based in the tower. Guys like our new Director General Maurice Chassan, for example.
Blades sometimes report to the leadership here after we finish key assignments. You'll want to remember this place.
And that about does it for our tour. So, what do you think? Pretty amazing setup, right? You can't wait to join Blade, right?
Okay, Lynn, seriously, that's enough. We're not here to make a sales pitch. We just want you to have all the facts so you can make an informed decision to join us, or not. Now that you've seen where and how we work, hopefully it made a good impression. But your decision will be just that, your decision. In any case, let's head back to the barracks. Secretary Nagi will be waiting.
I'll probably will join, just because. Yeah. Save. Confirm.
Really?
Am I right?
Hey! Hey!
That never gets old.
Honey, we're home.
Yes, very amusing.
Who wants a fresh cup of tea?
Thank you. I can't stay
Yep.
long. I just wanted to pass along a request from the officer.
Commander Vandam? Does it have anything to do with our new arrival?
Correct. He stopped by while you were out on your tour. He said he'll come back, but that I shouldn't wait to ask you.
'Cause why not?
Here we go. I bet I can guess.
You probably can. He wants to fast-track our new friend here for blade duty with a training assignment. What in the hell are we waiting for? As he put it.
The commander does have a way with words.
Makes even my pitch sound smooth.
I explained about the memory issues, but he didn't see it as a problem. And to be honest, given our current need for blade recruits, I can't say I entirely disagree.
Hey, it's not me you need to convince. Blade service is voluntary, remember?
Of course, and I would never force or coerce anyone. Well, friend, what do you say? Can we count on you to do your part?
Yeah.
I knew you'd make the right choice. Welcome to the organization. Elma, he can start on your team. You'll begin training immediately.
Yes, Mr. Secretary. With pleasure.
All right. Welcome to the Cool Kids Club.
Now then, let's discuss that training assignment. We've decided to start you out on a probe
Oh,
installation
good, our
just to
training
get your feet
assignment.
wet.
I guess we should back up a bit. Here in New LA, we're using a specialized computer system called Frontier Nav to help us deploy a sensor grid across Mira. A network of data probes that allows us to monitor conditions and collect all kinds of information about the planet.
Alright.
Expanding that grid and filling in the blind spots is one of Blade's highest priorities. Here, take a look at this. What you're seeing on screen is a terrain map that includes New LA and the surrounding landmass. As you can see, we've divided the area into a series of hexagonal blocks. We call these blocks segments. Together, they form our grid. We determined this was the most efficient pattern, given the limited range of our probes. Based on it, we know exactly where we need the probes to go. Now we just have to install them.
The sooner the better, as far as I'm concerned. The Frontier Nav probes can also detect the general locations of living things in the vicinity, which comes in handy if we need to track down a Blade or another citizen.
Yes, quite handy indeed. So for this first exercise, you'll be heading here, to that white segment. Go there, install the data probe, and then come back home.
Got it. East of the city.
In that case, we can take the East Gate out of the administrative district, right? We should be there in no time.
I'll leave the details on the data probe installation procedure to you, Alma.
Of course, Mr. Secretary. All right, you two, shall we?
Yeah! Training or not, let's go install the hell out of that probe!
Okay. Yeah, why not? Chapter 2, The New Frontier.
Man, am I glad we pulled an assignment to the east of the city this time. It'd be a long walk all the way back over to the West Gate.
Hold on. Are we even sure the East Gate will be open? Last I heard, it was still on lockdown from all the high-level indigent activity.
It was, but they just lowered the threat level earlier today. The gates are officially open for business. One of our teams must have gone out there and kicked some furry indigent butt, huh? Seriously? That was you? Cool.
I don't think so. Those Grexes we took down were fairly routine. Definitely not something they'd lock both gates over, at least.
Then I take my cool back. But wait a sec. You guys fought Grexes? The two of you? Hey, that's still pretty cool. They've been hassling a lot of teams lately, especially how they hunt in packs and all.
Let's not get too excited. Confidence can be good. Overconfidence can be fatal, especially when you're new.
Yeah, you're right.
But enough talk. We've got our mission to deal with.
Yeah.
Let's head out.
Roger. That probe isn't gonna install itself. Let's get to the East Gate, shall we?
Yeah.
Hey!
Hey.
Oh, good. As of right now. be down here for the moment. So that way we can see where I can't. Unless it's yeah. Critical. Oh, that's why. I guess it's just gonna have to be over. Yep. Alright. Oh well. Yeah, I'm gonna grab yes. Purchase this. Purchase this for later. Protective wear. Yep. All the survival equipment because sell anything that we aren't going to be using. Maybe. I could give the could give her this. There we go. For maybe a little.
Hey!
Alright.
Attack from range. Follow me.
Target inside. Scream edge.
Assault hammer.
I'm off
On
balance.
balance. Rising blade.
Wow, pin it down.
Flame
Lay
grenade.
it.
Ice
Or
back.
stop.
Opportunity knock.
I'll top
Top.
one.
Gunpowder.
Upper hand. Side flex. Side flex. I'm off balance.
It's in your hands. Strike.
My adrenaline's rising.
Fire carnival.
Okay, it's time to attack. Get up. Let's turn this thing around. So tough. Catch me up. Slide. Splinter.
Always pays off.
Oh, good. Okay. These two. Probably put this on. Wait a minute. Okay, I had enough. Actually, do I need... No? Okay. This way I can... Yep. Oh, good health. Now.
Here I come, sunshine.
Let's see what you've got. Engaging. Lay down some fire for me.
Rising blade.
Slide your muscle. Move in and do some damage.
Or
back.
stop.
Now, melee attacks.
I'm off balance.
Side flash.
Wow, pin it down. We can lay it.
Right. This'll work best.
Tough. Catch me up.
Rising blade.
Early burn.
Opportunity knocks.
I'll topple him.
Gunpowder. Flame grenade.
Wild down.
Defensive stand.
Shadow strike. Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike. Side
All or
flash.
nothing. Now let's go find
Move in
an
and do some
opponent
damage.
that's worth our time.
We got him. Let's
Alright.
move.
Strike first and strike hard.
Watch me lay in Shadow Strike!
Rising Blade!
Fire Carnival!
Assault! Got it! Now blast them, bitch! Flame Grenade! Now let's go find an opponent that's worth our time.
Why can't I get any power out of this thing? Oh, these wires are
Engaging.
backwards!
Lay down some fire for me.
Rising Blade!
Wild
Assault!
Blast!
Flame Grenade! Now let's go
Damage.
find an opponent that's worth our time.
Go.
Nice work.
I'll take.
Here I come, sunshine.
Locked and loaded.
Oh, yeah. I do need a few more levels, if I remember right.
You'll remember the day you fought me.
They're off
Locked and
guard.
loaded.
Stagger them with a melee attack.
Slide! Carnival!
Shadow Strike.
Rising Blade! Opportunity knocks. Top of them, gunfire. I get pushed back.
Stop!
Suck nice. Move in and do some damage.
I'm
off
off
balance.
balance. Assault hammer!
Upper hand.
Rising Blade! Yes! Now tackle it up close.
Side slash.
Focus your mind and put up an order.
This should tide me over. Now,
The hell?
melee attacks.
End it in death!
Rising Blade!
Weaken them and lay in!
Slide.
I've been pushed back. Infuriate!
That could have dented him.
Wild dash!
Move in and keep the rhythm going.
There's no substitute for real
True
combat.
on anything.
Let's keep it up!
Great company.
They're off guard.
This
Stagger
will
them
knock
with a
them off
melee
balance.
attack.
Fire
All
Carnival!
right. I'm ready. Gun. Now blast them.
Target it
Flame
somewhere.
grenade.
Scream edge.
Now tackle it up close.
Move in and do some damage. Side slash.
Infuriate! Rising Blade!
Upper hand.
I'm hurt. Pretty
End
bad.
it down! Weaken them and lay in!
Slide.
Trap touch!
Shadow runner.
Power
Shadow
down.
strike.
Where did it all come
Nice.
from?
Move in and do some damage.
So this is the end.
Come on.
They're tough. Touch me up.
Whoa!
Early bird.
Fire Carnival!
Slide nice. Move in and do some damage.
I don't want it to end like this.
Side slash. Upper hand.
Frontier. You don't think that one Sinicula could have killed all these simius?
Unless...
Unless... what?
This is bad.
What's bad? I don't follow you.
That Sinicula. It's a tyrant.
Huh? But it looks just like any other Sinicula.
Think about it. Your typical simius is way higher up on the food chain than your typical Sinicula, right? Usually we'd find one simius standing over 3 or 4 Sinicula corpses. But here, the tables have been turned. And I don't see a single trace of any other indigents in the area. There's only one explanation. That Sinicula is a tyrant.
Let me check the Blade Report database. If there's a tyrant this close to the city, someone must have run across it. Bingo. There was a Sinicula tyrant sighted not too long ago, but it was a couple of segments further out.
It could have followed the blade that spotted it back towards New LA, or come here to feed, or who knows what.
That's crazy. I can't believe there's a tyrant right on our doorstep, and HQ isn't doing a thing about it.
Well, don't forget why they sent us here in the first place. Frontier Nav's range is still
we
limited.
probably should get
Oh, right.
do
They
something
couldn't track
about
it if
this.
there's no local probe. They must have lost it when it went off the grid. Whoa, whoa, whoa there, rookie. We're talking about a tyrant here. Do you even understand what that means?
We should probably explain. Tyrant is our term for any indigenous life form that falls outside of our usual threat ranking system. In other words, they're too powerful for us to even measure how dangerous they would be to take on.
And too powerful doesn't always just mean physically strong. If a creature has even a single especially nasty trait, it's classified as a tyrant.
Even some of Blade's very best teams have come back with serious injuries after running into a
worry.
tyrant in the field.
We'll be
If
fine.
they come back at all.
Well, all right. I'm game if you are. Count me in, Elma. Let's do this. If we're gonna settle here on this planet, we're gonna have to get used to dealing with tyrants now and then. We can't just keep running forever, you know? Besides, I'd never forgive myself if someone else ended up getting hurt because we just left it here.
All right. Let's do it. But don't push it, okay? Either of you. If we can take it down, great, but if not, even just luring it away would be a moral victory. As long as we buy enough time to install the probe, we can use Frontier Nav to track it, or any other tyrant that comes this close to the city from now on. Just make sure you're ready before we attack. This will be tougher than anything else we've faced.
They've seen us! Fire Carnival! Shadow Strike!
Assault hammer! Got it! Now
Fire!
flash! Infuriate! Power dot!
Side flash!
Rising blade! Defensive stand! Focus your mind and put up an aura!
Shadow Strike! Side flash!
Infuriate!
Fire Carnival!
Upper hand!
Hit him again for me!
Off balance!
Shadow Runner!
Slide Knife!
nothing. Yes. Now tackle it up close.
Lay into it.
All or nothing. Flame grenade. Infuriate.
Primer! Shadow strike!
Power dot. Rising blade. Off balance.
Now, melee attack!
Face off.
We are awesome!
Nice work, Lynn. You fought well. You did too. Now let's get down to business and install that data probe. If we stay here for long, there's no telling what other playmates might show up. This beam of light indicates a frontier nav site. It marks the ideal spot to bury the probe.
Okay, the probe should be ready for insertion. I'll just boot it up.
Thanks, Lynn. The top half of the cylinder contains the probe itself. The bottom half is a laser. It dissolves the soil so the probe can burrow to the proper depth. We tried just planting them on the surface at first, but we kept running into problems with the local wildlife damaging the goods. Burying them is going to save us all a lot of time and headaches in the long run. We all set?
Yes, ma'am. Whenever you're ready.
Why don't you do the honors? You can launch it right from your comm device. Give it a try. Good. Now we just need to give it a minute to reach the target depth.
And installation complete. We are now online with a solid connection to Frontier Nav.
Excellent. See? At the end of the day, there's really not much to it. The hardest part was calculating the ideal probe locations. We need them spread out evenly to maximize data collection.
One moment.
Yep, planting probes is easy. And the more we plant...
Alright. I'm back. Thank you. Alright. Okay, that's a little too high a level. That I might be able to. Let's go here. There. Nope.
It didn't have to be like this.
Rising blood is on now. Close the distance. Assault hammer. Flame grenade.
Destroyed. Move in and strike. Slide. Flinger.
Rising. Yes. Now tackle it up close.
Watch me lay into it. Trash chuck. Wild smash.
Side splash.
Defensive stance.
Sliding. Flinger. Scream edge.
Flame close.
Are like stones, smooth by the tides of battle.
A nice thought. And one to live by.
So this gives me more healing, which right now no one has. Sure. Ooh. Upgrade. Alright. Ooh, that's a good one. level 20s. I am not touching these.
Beam barrage! It's on now! Close the distance!
Now, my turn!
Yes! Now tackle it up close! Chrome armor! Recuperate! Focus your mind and put up an order!
Okay, mission time over.
Hit him again for me!
Right, move in and do some damage.
Beam barrage!
Shadow strike. Side flash. Upper hand.
I'm ready to unload on them!
Fire carnival! Can't seem to get fired up.
Side flash. Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike.
Beam barrage!
Scream edge.
You'll remember the day you fought me.
Let's see what you've got. Shadow strike. Side flash.
Recuperate! Chrome armor!
Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike. Side flash. Slide. Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike. Shadow strike.
All right, I'm ready to unload on them.
Upper hand.
Fire carnival!
Side
Chrome
flash.
armor!
Slide.
Yes! Now tackle it up close!
Early bird. Shadow strike.
Beam
Side
barrage!
flash.
There's no substitute for real combat.
Nice work.
Commander Vandam.
Well, now, look what the cat dragged in.
Sorry we missed you last time. We
Yep.
could have come to meet you at HQ, you know.
Indeed. I suggested as much. Twice.
And we know how much I enjoy being told what to do. Anyway, I hear you tangled with a tyrant, way out of your league, on a training mission, no less. That was reckless, and goddamn magnificent.
Cool. Yeah.
So, Commander, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit here today?
Well, I can't just ask Nagi to do everything for me. I'd be out of a job.
Hey, I delivered you the new recruit, didn't I?
Yeah, you won the bet. Don't worry about it, all right? I'll settle up with you later. You know I'm good for it.
The bet?
I'm sure I'm needed elsewhere. If you'll all excuse me, Commander.
Well, that wasn't obvious at all.
Look at you two. I swear, you're like two children excited about a new toy.
Look who's talking. I don't recall ever seeing you file a request to personally train a rescue before.
Is that so odd?
It is before we'd even asked him to become a blade, little miss stick in the rear.
Usually I ask when I don't get your slang expressions, but something tells me to just let that one go.
Enough about that. Where are your manners, anyway? I still haven't been introduced to our new recruit here.
Commander Vandam is Blade's top officer.
In a past life, I was chief engineer on the White Whale. Same idea, basically. Someone has a problem, I fix it. You follow? Huh. Not much for conversation, are you?
So you still haven't told us why you're here. From the look of things, I'm guessing this isn't a social call.
You don't think?
No. So let's cut the crap and get down to business.
Ha! Sounds like you're learning my expressions just fine, Elma. Anyway, first we need Chatty Cathy here to choose a division and pull an assignment. Whoa there, Itchy Trigger. I know you're just chafing at the bit to run out there and grab the world by its tail, but you need to choose a division first. Once that's all hashed out, we can get into detail about what your first assignment's gonna be.
Pretty much everyone in New LA works for Blade, in one of several different fields. Helping to explore Mira, or to maintain order in the city, or, well, you remember Nagi's speech, right? There are 8 different fields in all, and each one has its own branch within Blade. Officially, they're called divisions. Naturally, you'll want to choose one that best suits your personality and your talents.
Let's start with the Pathfinders. Pathfinder's #1 responsibility
Sure, that
is
works.
planting data probes, like you did on your training mission. It may not be the sexiest job, but important? You bet your ass it's important. We've only been on Mira 2 months. We don't know jack about this place. The more probes we install, the faster we can get our bearings here and give ourselves a fighting chance.
We've already detailed how important it is we expand the Frontier Nav network ASAP. So, for the time being, I'll just remind you of the highlights. It helps us keep Blade safe. It helps us keep the city safe. And most important of all, it's the key to locating the missing parts of the Lifehold and recovering the rest of the human race.
Okay, next up, Interceptors. You met Akerlof and Evans, right? Irina and Gwyn? This is their division. Interceptors have one main duty. Protect New LA and everyone in it from the wildlife here on Mira. Right now, this is probably our busiest division.
Yep.
Interceptors ride shotgun for the research eggheads. They escort VIPs around, and they help any other idiots who get caught out there with their pants down.
Next are the Harriers. Remember Doug Barrett, the Skell pilot conducting the test flight with Lynn? He's part of the Harriers. If you think of the Interceptors as defense, Harriers would be New LA's offense. They specialize in preemptive strikes on clear and obvious threats. But only on clear and obvious threats. They're not meant to go out and just blast any indigene that moves.
And you got your Reclaimers. These guys are in charge of finding the other pieces of the White Whale. Among other things, that is. Including anything of ours left behind after a battle. Skell debris, weapons, personal effects. It can get a bit morbid, frankly, but it's gotta be done. Until we're up and running here on Mira, and have this place completely figured out. Everything we brought from Earth needs to be treated like it's irreplaceable. Also, the search for the Lifehold. That's mostly on the Reclaimers.
Next, Curators. Curators are the first to scout ahead to unexplored territory, bringing back whatever samples they can get their hands on. Fruits, bugs, sticks and stones, you name it. It's not all picking berries, though. Being a curator also means being the first to encounter unknown indigens.
Next? All right, prospectors. Prospectors do, well, prospecting. They poke around, looking for minerals, resources, and whatnot. Things we need for everyday life here. We packed all the essentials we could on the White Whale, but that won't last forever. We need to be able to replenish our water and fuel if we want to survive. And sooner or later, we're gonna have to figure out how to replace things from scratch. From the socket on a Skell's knee joint, right down to the frying pan in Lynn's kitchen. Without these guys busting their butts, we'd have no future to speak of.
Next up, Outfitters. All of our ground gear and Skell weaponry is developed in conjunction with private arms manufacturers, or AMs. Outfitters are Blade's way of supporting these AMs. They'll seek out anything that might inspire new weapon ideas, and even assist with testing new prototypes.
Finally, the Mediators. These are the folks who keep everything hunky-dory with John and Joan Q public. Any problems a civvy has, they come to Mediators. Fight with your neighbor? Mediators. Lost cat? Mediators. It's not a division for everyone. You need to be a jack of all trades, and a people person. Someone with my charming personality? Probably not the best mediator. But if you got what it takes, it's a clutch role, keeping things cool on the home front.
All right, so I think that's all 8 divisions.
Yeah.
Any idea which one you'd like to join? Don't fret about it too much. Whichever you choose, you still have a lot of freedom in how you operate. Mediators can still get out there and mix it up, hunt indigens, whatever. And if a Harrier wants to take a break and settle an argument, that's their prerogative too. To be honest, even though it's sort of frowned upon, you can actually change your division whenever you like. So there's really no reason to stress about this. All right, you ready to choose?
Yeah, and? We're on pins and needles here.
Then it's settled?
All right. Thank God that's over. By the power invested in me, yada yada, you're officially a Blade.
Congrats, and welcome.
I know you're gonna do great.
Now for the job. Let's get down to... Nelson's team has gone missing. Last contact we had, they were installing a data probe out in eastern Primordia. Then, nothing.
Nelson. Pathfinders, right?
Are we talking indigents here or what?
Your guess is as good as mine, but they did have a skell with them. You'd think they could hold their own, or at least run away.
All right, we're on it. We'll head to their last known location and go from there.
Report whatever you find ASAP.
Of course. Let's move out.
Roger that.
Okay. Weird. I'm gonna be calling it here for the session or the episode. I will definitely be playing through this more. I have something that I have to go and do. But we'll see. I'll be heading out. I might pick it up later today, unless we're actually able to do our session. Yeah.